Hello everyone, coming to you from Kirkland, Washington. And the family and I just returned back from a little snowbird trip here in the winter months to Maui. So just wanted to give you a take on what I saw there from both a vacation and an investment alternative opportunity perspective. So when everyone thinks of Maui, they think great beaches. I'd give it about an average beach scene, at least the ones that we were on. Definitely some good ones, but average overall in my opinion. Then you have a varied landscape in Maui, which I thought was pretty cool actually. So, yes, you've got beaches, but you've also got mountains or dormant volcanoes there. The West Mountain or volcano is pretty lush. It's almost like green carpet laid on top of the mountain. Really pretty. And then in the south part of Maui, you've got the dormant volcano there that's just like dry. It's almost like a Mars type landscape. So that was really cool there. Maui has some pretty good beer also. The Maui Brewing Company has some different types there. And then also, I think one thing that's kind of cool about Maui is all the different people you get there. So it's not just people from like a specific region of the US, but pretty much all over. A lot of West Coasters, sure, but people from all over. The demographic there is basically the people working are younger, and you've got like an older demographic, and then there's a big family vacation type scene group there as well. And the hiking. So we didn't actually get to go hiking because of we ran out of time basically, but some really good hiking opportunities that if we went back would be sure to be take advantage of, definitely. So that's the good things about Maui. Some of the pitfalls are that it's extremely expensive. So Maui has been developed. This is not a new tourist scene by any stretch of the imagination, and we didn't go there anticipating that it was. We knew what we were getting ourselves into before we went, but it's a very established tourist scene, very expensive real estate, very competitive marketplace for restaurants, bars and the like. It was pretty good food. It was a decent, I'd say above average food scene. Very high quality seafood, of course, but it had some really good barbecue, good variety of food there, but very competitive scene there. And then, the demographic I kind of alluded to just a second or two ago, but the demographic definitely, for me, was a downside at least, because as I stated, you've got the younger younger demographic working. You've got an older demographic that kind of has either retired there or spends a significant part of the year there, maybe 3 weeks to a month out of the year there. And then you've got a big family scene, which of course that's where we fit into this time. But that's pretty much the demographic. It's Americans and a little bit older for my liking, a little, we'll say colorless for my liking as well. So the demographic I wasn't a big fan of the demographic. And then of course another downside of Maui is that it's still part of the US, meaning now being part of the US is not necessarily a downside, but you've got the US tax code. So that to me is a downside there. So what's my overall opinion on Maui? It just, from an investment opportunity aspect, you'd really struggle to earn anything above an average or a market return there. You've just got some significant obstacles or barriers to climb there. Really expensive real estate if you wanted to do like an Airbnb and rent it out to vacationers there or something. We actually stayed in something like that, but that's not anything unique there. Dime a dozen or dime 100 probably. But very expensive, nothing new there. In terms of setting up like a restaurant or some kind of food establishment, very competitive. A lot of good options for foodies, but very competitive there. Also in terms of like organic or, high quality foods, that type of stuff, a lot of opportunities, or not a lot of opportunities, a lot of people already doing that there as well. And we went into, I cannot remember the name of it, but it was a mall in Lahaina, a town in Maui there. And it was kind of depressing, to be honest with you. Some of the stores, all the real estate in the mall was not rented out. The only reason we were there was to watch the free hula show that our kids enjoyed. And that seemed to be the only reason pretty much anyone was there. So pretty dead scene there. Now I don't judge how much traffic is in a mall as to being whether it's a good investment opportunity or not, but all these different things just add up to very, very competitive marketplace fighting over scraps, in my opinion. So overall verdict on Maui, from a vacation perspective, in my opinion, is avoid. A lot more bang for your buck if you're going to Southeast Asia, and I know that's a little far for quite a few Americans, so maybe Central America is somewhere that I'd prefer to go than Maui in that regard. And then from an investment perspective, same two places. I mean, I would much rather invest in Southeast Asia than Maui. I'd also much rather invest in Central America than Maui. So overall, I would just avoid Maui for those reasons. Let me know what you think. Love to hear your feedback, and tell me that I'm wrong. Take care.